part of being a human being, we got to find some art that we love. I love music. I learned how to play the violin when I was young. I was a nationally ranked youth violinist. Could have had a career playing in symphonies. And then, it was the 70s, and I thought, you know what? I think I want to play rock and roll. So guess what I did? I started playing rock and rolls, learn how to play the piano, learn how to sing, learn how to rock, learn how to groove, learn how to move. And that was a big deal for me because I didn't grow up with that kind of a background. I remember I was watching Soul Train and stuff back in the 60s and 70s. I said, wow, how do those people move like that? How do they sing like that? How do they groove like that? And I wanted to learn how to do it. And I have to tell you, I did learn. So I have a great appreciation for great music. And I'm happy to share it with you here on the Professor Penn Radio Hour. That's the great CeeLo, and that's the great Daryl Hall. And boy, if you can go find that online, that thing is fantastic. Those folks were in the groove. And what was the punchline of that song? I can't go for that. I'll tell you what I can't go for. War. Listen to this clip from one of our most skullduggerous senators, Lindsey Graham of South Carolina.
We did see additional Russian strikes in Ukraine overnight. You have been an advocate for Ukraine.
Yeah.
You heard the Secretary of State? Yeah. You heard Ambassador Witkoff.
Yeah.
Is Putin playing for time?
No.
Is he playing President Trump?
I don't know yet, but I do know you play President Trump at your own peril. What Trump did to get Ukraine at the table was tough, and it worked. So if Putin is sincere about wanting peace, accept the ceasefire on the same terms as Ukraine and quit trying to mix the two, ceasefire and peace deal. What I would advise the Trump administration to do is to tell Putin, are you going to accept the ceasefire on the same terms as Ukraine or not? If you're not, go back to maximum pressure. I have legislation that will overwhelmingly pass the United States Senate that will crush the Russian economy, and I'm willing to move forward if I have to. But we're talking about ceasefire, and we're talking about peace. We weren't talking about that in the last administration. But to me, Putin's a predator. The best way to judge Putin is not in a 3-hour meeting, but 30 years of action. And I see no indication that he's going to stop being a predator against Ukraine until the pain is too large. If he refuses to cease fire, that tells me all I need to know.
Do you have
That's good
any
enough.
reason to believe
So,
that
for those of us who are feeling we're out of the woods, we're in the darkest, deepest part of the forest. We're not out of the woods. Please, let's not allow hopium to get in the way of reality. We're at a very critical moment in human history, and President Trump is besieged trying to bring about a resolution of some of these crises. Let's listen to Elon Musk talk about chips in Taiwan and China.
Are we winning right now? Is America winning right now? And how likely is America to win the race for AI vis-a-vis China or anyone else?
For the next few years, I think America is likely to win. Then it will be a function of who controls the AI chip fabrication. The factories that make the AI chips, who controls them? If more of them are controlled by China, then China will win.
More of the factories that are making the AI chips. You think that will determine it?
Yes.
And how are we doing versus China on that front?
Well, right now, almost all the advanced AI chip factories, they call them fabs, are in Taiwan.
And what if China invades Taiwan?
69 miles away from.
Yeah. What happens if China? If China invades Taiwan, what happens to the world?
Well, if they were to invade in the near term, the world would be cut off from advanced AI chips.
And
currently, 100% of advanced AI chips are made in Taiwan.
How fast could we put that online in America, and how important is that for national security?
I think it's essential for national security, and we're not doing enough.
Well, boy, two hot spots there. We got two well-known people, one a lot more important than the other. We got Senator Lindsey Graham, a grifter extraordinaire, a Republican, for those of you who are listening to me that are Republican, hey, we got to own this guy. He's not Republican. He's a aficionado of the Democrat liberal order. Lindsay'd like us to go any place, anytime, anywhere to fight a war to defend democracy. So he's kind of planting the seeds for a breakdown with President Putin and President Trump. You know, he doesn't really want to, get on the other side of President Trump because, as he said, you do that at your own peril. But he's definitely planting the seeds of chaos. And then here's Elon Musk, speaking the truth from his perspective. Let me give it to you from my perspective. There was no AI chips before there was AI chips. The world did just fine without AI for thousands of years. So I'm not afraid of a world without AI and AI chips. But you see, Elon Musk is the AI guy. He is the AI guy. And before very long, all of us, and I mean all of us, are going to be addicted to artificial intelligence. And we will then become dependent upon artificial intelligence. And that's the world that Elon Musk is trying to build. So, while I appreciate what Elon Musk is doing, and he's definitely helping President Trump deconstruct the current order, the question is, what kind of order is going to be built to replace it? And that can be determined by you and me, not by Elon Musk. If you and I get involved in politics and go and get involved in our local party and bring our faith and our family and our freedom into the political process, bring in our sacred honor and our desire to preserve this republic and the freedoms that were given to us by the framers of it, hey, the future is ours to determine, not the judgments that Elon Musk is placing upon us. No, judge not, lest you be judged. I'm not interested in Elon Musk's vision of the future. It's no more important than yours or mine.